Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, another couple that we're talking about.
Exactly. We talked about Christen and Tobin last video we did. Amazing. Pinky holding, amazing everything. And we talked about them not going to the World Cup. So in today's episode, we're actually going to talk about Viv and Beth, and they're also not going to the World Cup. I guess that was kind of the connection I was going with. But yeah, I mean, they have been up to so much. I mean, it's birthdays, anniversaries, trips to Greece, Beyonce concerts. I mean, everything. They've been doing it all.
They're living life.
So we're going to talk about that today because actually somebody commented on the last video that they need a Viv and Beth update. And that's pretty much what we're going to do. Actually, that's what I should have started with. This is going to be Viv and Beth spam.
There you go.
Because they have put out a bunch of photo dumps and they're kind of everywhere. Because they don't have the pressure of the World Cup, which I guess is a good/bad thing, you know. Good because it's not the pressure that their teammates are under right now, but bad because they probably want to be there.
Yeah, but I mean, they seem to be really enjoying life.
They've been just doing a lot of fun things, which I think is fun too, you know. But that's what we're going to talk about. You know, we're pretty much going to go over their photo dumps, and Viv did a couple interviews we're going to kind of touch on because I thought they were very interesting. Very interesting. I mean, I guess we'll kind of go in order from when it happened, the photo dump that happened closest to that time to now. So we'll kind of go backwards a little bit. Because even, you know, Viv in the last few years has not been the biggest poster on Instagram. She's usually pretty, in the past, has been pretty, you know, when she gets around to doing Instagram, she does them, you know. But recently, she has been all about that Instagram life.
Insta queen.
Even if you go back to May 30th, you can see she posted, it says, end of the season, Beyonce and kicking a ball about. Not a bad weekend. And just pictures of them. And you can see that this is Viv and Beth, and teammates, but you can see they went to a concert. If you see right there, this looks like the concert, them at the concert. We have no proof Beyonce was there, but that looks like
this was all staged.
Yeah, exactly. But if you flip through the pictures and if you look right there, this cute picture of them.
Oh, I think I see a reflection of Beyonce in their eyes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. If you go to Beth's Instagram, about that same time, she posted a very similar Instagram 2 days later, and it's them, same kind of pictures at the concert with their friends. That was kind of the start of their summer, you know what I mean? And then it looks like they went on holiday, and it looks like they went to Greece. And Greece seems to be one of their favorite places because I believe after the Euros, they went to Greece. You remember those pictures? They seem to love Greece.
Ugh. What's not to love?
And if you go to Beth's Instagram, kind of go through the Beth pictures, there's Beth and Viv. And then if you go through the third picture, I picked up on this about a second later, but if you look at Beth, Viv, and their family, but that's kind of what the point was. They went on like a combined vacation a joint vacation with their two families. So if you look at that picture, yeah, you see Viv, her brother behind his girlfriend, then you see Beth, and then her brother behind her, and then his girlfriend, or I'm thinking they're girlfriends. I don't know if they're married or fiancés, but girlfriend. And then Beth's dad right in front. I mean, isn't that pretty cool? A joint like vacation with your families.
That's wild.
That is wild. They love their families a lot, so I think families like that.
I can't imagine.
Sarah, I could never do that. But people who really get along with their families and have like really good relationships with them, that I think that's very cool. I mean, I love that.
I wonder if the brothers are friends. They look like they're similar age.
Yeah, I wonder if they are the same age. I think Lars is 24, and I don't know how old Beth's brother is. Like, yeah, I wonder if they are friends. But I think that is very cool, and that their girlfriends, partners got to go with them as well. So that was very cool. And if you go over to Viv's, she put a photo dump on from the vacation too. She actually put two. It's her and her brother. Some more cute pictures of them. Super cute pictures. And then this picture, another photo dump from Viv, Beth, and the two girlfriends. And if you can see, Beth has her hand over Viv's lap, and that was pretty cute. I thought that was pretty loving.
Yeah, they look super cute. I like how the blue matches the table. It looks very Greece to me.
Very
like,
yes,
vacation-y.
Very vacation-y. We're just missing Viv's parents. So if Viv's parents would have been there.
Well, I was going to say, where are Viv's parents?
Yeah. And then here's a cute picture of Viv and her brother and his girlfriend.
Whoa. Yeah. Viv and her brother are like twins.
Twins. Oh my God,
very
twins.
similar.
And so just some gorgeous pictures of scenery. So, I mean, they love Greece. I think that's very cool. Oh, Viv did another photo dump. I just realized this now. She was all about the photo dumps. I love that.
Did you miss the abs? Hello.
Oh, yeah. The abs. Abs of steel.
Bro, it's a good thing she's Dutch because orange is her color. Looks good on her.
And then we have this cute picture of Viv and Beth right there. I love how the sun is hitting them right there.
Sun-kissed.
Yeah, golden hour. And I think it is golden hour. Beautiful. Oh. This is a really sweet picture. It looks like everyone who was on the vacation together. So,
ooh.
Yeah.
A lot of great pictures.
So, I mean, so many.
Oh my God, is the water really that blue?
I know.
What the heck? That's hot.
So cool. I mean, they were on a beautiful vacation. Very cool that they got to do that with their families. But it looked like they had a great time and very cool. It was very cool of them to share so many pics, especially Viv. Oh my goodness.
I know.
And then the other thing I did see about this time, as we remember, it's been about a year since they have officially been a couple. Because, like we remember, they're a couple. They became officially girlfriends after the friendly, the Netherlands versus England, and it officially was their 1 year anniversary. And there's a cute pic. So Beth posted this, and then Viv posted something.
Oh, okay. Happy 1 year, Viv. Medal needed for me. Ha. Just kidding. Keep being you big softy.
And then she goes right there and she goes, I love you. So she's saying that she needs a medal to put up with Viv for 1 year. And so that's super cute. I mean, super cute. Yeah. And it's been officially 1 year. I mean, the fandom has been on this journey with them since almost the beginning of their actual relationship, because they came public with the relationship not that long after they officially made it official.
Yeah,
you know,
that's wild.
And then Viv posted this.
Also, happy 1 year. Thank you for keeping up with me, kind of, and listening to my nonsense all the time. Keep being you, at Beth Mead.
So a cute picture there as well. No, I love you so. Even though we know that Viv was the first person to say I love you to Beth.
It would be too froofy for her to say I love you.
Oh, it would be?
Yeah.
And then we got this picture. I don't know when this was, but I don't, yeah.
I don't dislike that.
Beach babes right there. I don't know if they're at the beach, but champs.
They look like volleyball babes.
Yeah, they do. Viv
should
have been a volleyball player, a beach volleyball player.
Yes.
She has the perfect body for beach volleyball.
Sign her up.
Yes. And I like Beth's pink suit. I think that's super cute. But they look great. I mean, sun-kissed. I mean, oh my goodness. But such cute pictures. Their 1 year anniversary. And maybe I'm a little just connecting the dots. Maybe their vacation was for their 1 year anniversary. So they brought their families along with them. Which is really, really cute. They looked like they had a lot of fun. And then a little more current, July 8th, she posted this. Beth posted this. It looks like Beth and Viv were at Wimbledon. The final for the men's final was just today, and it was a wild match if anyone saw it. But they were at, I'm not quite sure who played this day, but it looks like the women of the Lionesses, a few of them were there, Leah Williamson, Jill Scott, and Beth, and so they got acknowledged, they stood up. But of course, Viv was there with Beth, and this is the Wimbledon look right here.
I was gonna say, talk about dressing
to
impress.
Yes. Love Viv's outfit. That is Viv's style. I love that.
Yeah, I love the vest with the showing off the arms. The
yes.
Oh,
this picture with Beth with Billie Jean King. Now that is very cool.
Iconic.
Very, very cool, because Billie Jean King obviously is a legend. And then Viv is eating that's the traditional thing you eat at Wimbledon, which is the biscuit with cream and jam. That's like the traditional thing you have at Wimbledon is the strawberries and cream.
Oh, berries and cream.
Yeah, you have berries and cream. And then on Beth goes, read what Beth said under Viv's of the Wimbledon posts.
Jam, then cream, mesh.
Yeah, so I guess that's like the traditional way to eat it, or the more correct way to eat it.
Yeah.
But, you know,
it looks good, though.
You know what Viv said? She goes, I'm Dutch, so I like the cream first.
Whoa.
So, I mean, they were at Wimbledon. Then, like I said, I don't know if any of these are in order. Viv wasn't at this event, but Beth and it looks like Fran Kirby were both at a Formula One race with Red Bull Racing. There was a couple really cool pictures that Beth took with Jerry Halliwell and with
Cara Delevingne.
Sarah goes, I thought that was Cara Delevingne. Then it didn't look like her. Then it looked like her again.
Yeah, it didn't. I had to do a double, triple take.
She is so tall.
Yeah.
And then a cool picture with Willow Beckham.
Romeo
Beckham.
Willow.
I forgot his name.
I think you're getting the celebrity kids mixed
Yeah. Some really cool pictures Beth got to do,
Yeah.
And, if she was going to the World Cup, I'm sure she wouldn't have been able to do this. So, you know, one of the good/bad things.
Oh, and you forgot Sam Worthington. Avatar, hello.
Then the most recent thing is that it was Viv's birthday. And she had a cute photo dump. I mean, Viv is all about the Instagram recently. I mean, her birthday is July 15th. So this was very recent. And if you remember last year at the Euros, it was her birthday and then she had COVID and then they brought her the cake to her hotel. She was like Cinderella or Rapunzel where she was up there. So it was her birthday. And then if you go through her photo dump, she had some really cute pictures she posted. And she said, thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. And there's pictures of her and Beth. And first of all, I love Viv's outfit.
I was going to say the cake.
The cake
always got to give the cake a shout out.
Beautiful.
Looks so good.
And then there's a picture of Viv and her parents. So the parents, they get a moment on the Instagram. Yeah. Because we haven't seen them.
They got their time to shine.
And then there's a cute video of Viv getting her cake. And then Beth is right next to her. So she got her cake.
Oh, she was blushing.
Yeah, absolutely. She was. I wonder if everyone at this restaurant is her party. I think that's the one big party though. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But super cute. She got to enjoy her birthday. And then Beth posted an Insta story that says
Vivi?
Yeah.
Or Vivi?
I don't know.
Vivi.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Maish. Have the best day with me. Hee hee. Sorry, I had to. Love you lots.
So that and a whole bunch of cute pictures from their recent adventures.
And then Viv has a very me answer. You're annoying me already.
That is hilarious.
So funny. Yeah, they have such a cute dynamic.
I know.
Such a cute couple.
And then a cute picture here of everyone holding the birthday girl. Super cute. So happy birthday to Viv. But it looks like they've been doing so much. And that kind of leads me to, this really isn't a Viv and Beth interview, but it was just kind of, Viv had 2 interviews recently. And one specifically was pretty funny, and the other one I thought was interesting as well. But the first one was, somebody actually sent it to us in our DMs. And at first I didn't watch it, but then after I watched it, I go, oh my God, this was hilarious. It's a video called Viviana Miedema and her partner Beth Mead have some ups and downs.
Ooh.
And it's in Dutch, so you have to English subtitles. Hey everyone, it's Sarah. I'm just doing a quick voiceover because I didn't realize this when I was making the video. But the video that was uploaded that has the interview, I think it was just like a fan who uploaded it and did the captions. So that was very nice of the fan to upload the video and then to do the captions themselves. So when I'm talking about the captions, I just mean that the fandom appreciates them for uploading it and captioning it because that takes a lot of work. So no, we're not dissing the captions at all. I just want to make sure that, but I just noticed it was a fan. It wasn't like the official people. So, but yeah, I just wanted to mention that. If you watch this interview, it's so funny. They talk about what's in your soccer bag or what's in your training bag.
Yep.
And Viv just talks about, she doesn't carry a lot in her soccer bag. And she says, I don't have hairspray or anything like that. She's very simple soccer bag.
Yeah.
The very first thing that's in the soccer bag, which is what the interviewer, like the interview team pulled out, she didn't pack this. She pulled it out and she pulls out a picture of Beth And here we go now. And we're looking at Beth Mead. And the interviewer kind of asks her about it. She goes, how long have you guys been together? And then Viv says, we've been together for about a year, which is what we talked about. They had the year anniversary, the post, but they've been together a year. Mm-hmm. And then she talks about a lot has happened in the last year, between the Euros and Beth's mom being sick and passing away, a lot of things.
Yeah.
And tearing their ACLs together and being together 24/7. So she says that they help each other and it's a positive, and they're so happy. She's happy that they could help each other. Right. Then the interviewer asked her, you guys are on the same team. And then she asked her an interesting question. She goes, when did you start liking each other? Which is a very direct question. Like, when did that happen? And then she asks, and this is where I was talking about the translation. Is this a direct translation or like a loose translation? She goes, the interviewer asked Viv, who seduced who?
She wants the tea.
Who seduced? And like I said, I don't know if that's a direct translation or if that's just kind of the word that mostly fit, it fit the best. Yeah. But I love that question because, that's quite a question.
Yeah, that's going for it.
Exactly. And then this is when it gets interesting. Viv said it was really Beth. Yeah. It was really Beth because if you remember, in the book, Beth put out in the interviews, she said two things. She said Viv went for the kiss first. Remember that. Viv is the one who went for the kiss first, and also said the "I love you" first. So what Viv is saying here is she said it really was Beth who.
Well, I think that Viv might have done all those things, but it was Beth who
initiated it.
Yeah, kind of showed she was interested.
Okay.
Like, hey, Dutchie, come over here. Let's play some football.
So she kind of was the seductress, and then Viv just kind of after that said, "Okay, I'm into it," kind of thing.
Yes, I'm sure that's exactly how it panned out.
Because that's what Viv says. Viv says it was Beth who seduced her, and
Viv just needs to write a book now.
Exactly.
Let us know her side of the story.
Because if you remember also, the thing about Beth wasn't going to ask... No, Viv was not going to ask Beth to be her girlfriend because Viv had done everything already. She had done the kiss first. She had done she kind of made the move with the kiss first. So she basically said to Beth, I'm not going to ask you. You're going to have to ask me. So, but this is interesting. Viv says this, but I love that. She goes, it was really Beth. Now, is she being honest or just taking the piss out of them? We don't know. But she's just saying it was Beth. Beth was the one who seduced me, and I love it.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same.
I want to see Beth's reaction when she watched this interview, because she was like, what in the hell? No, you seduced me. Because that's the narrative we kind of were fed for a while.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is a mystery novel at this point. So it was really Beth. And then she says, and then she actually said right after that something very more interesting in a way. She goes, I was with Lisa for a long time. She said this in the interview, which I thought was kind of surprising, because bringing up your exes, a lot of times people don't do that, but I love it. It's just very that makes me think that there's no bad blood. It's just, we were together, then,
Then we weren't. But yeah, I thought that was interesting that she brought that up.
Then she goes in the interview, she goes, I was having a hard time with it all, and we grew a lot closer, meaning her and Beth. So she was having a hard time with her and Lisa's the relationship ending, and then we grew a lot closer during that time. So, and that makes a lot of sense, Beth was going through the same thing. We've talked about this, but it totally makes sense,
Right.
And then one thing led to another. That's what she said. She goes, one thing led to another. We know what that means.
Tickle fights?
Yeah. So one thing led to another. And at the end, we're talking about Beth, the interviewer goes, we'll place Beth's picture right there. We'll take it. And then Viv goes, just put her on the floor. Put her on the ground. Funny. That was a cute thing, talking about her and Beth. And then also, this doesn't really have to do with Beth, but they said, what music are you listening to? And this, I was surprised by this. But she goes that she's really into Taylor Swift. She's a Swifty.
There's no soccer players that are not into Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is all about taking on the men in the music industry, and they can relate that back to them, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Then she talks about her favorite song being Lover. Lover. Which I actually really like the Taylor Swift song. At first I didn't like it, but I actually really like it. The interviewer said about cooking, something about cooking, but long and the short of it, she goes, Beth doesn't cook, I cook. Beth doesn't like cooking, I like cooking. Then she said who she had 3 crushes on. So she had 7 seconds to name 3 people she had a crush on, Viv. And she said Taylor Swift, Blake Lively, and Ryan Reynolds.
Well, she should go on a date with Blake and Ryan.
Like a throuple, yes. I would love that. But yeah, she had a crush, which I thought was kind of a cute answer. Like, all Americans, too. Now I'm putting it together. She has crush. Wait, is Ryan Reynolds... I think he might be Canadian. Oh, it's 2 Americans and a Canadian.
But after watching that Age of Adeline, I definitely have a crush on Blake Lively as well.
Yeah, she's great. Who doesn't, you know? In the interviewer asked her one last question. Whose Instagrams do you like most often? And Viv says Arsenal, obviously, and the Dutch national team. And she goes, I always get my ass kicked by Beth for not liking her picture.
I can totally see that. Totally.
She's basically, yeah. So she's calling her out for saying, hey, I don't do it willingly, even though she does, but I have to. It's part of the deal.
Oh, of course. It's her job.
Because we know Beth is the social media. She loves social media. Yeah. So she likes it. So that was a really fun interview that was on. I thought that's probably one of the funniest interviews I've seen with Viv. Then she actually did another interview. This video is already so long, Sarah, so I'm probably just going to cut this part of our video short. But in an interview, she did not talk a lot about Beth, but in the title of the video, it said something about Beth. So I watched the whole entire video. She doesn't really say anything of specifics about Beth other than them getting injured and playing, but it was a really interesting video, a really interesting interview. I ended up watching the whole entire interview. It was about an hour long, and she talked about everything. She talked about what it was like growing up, things I never knew, that her parents owned a restaurant and her grandfather was a chef.
Wow.
And
cool. No wonder she likes to cook.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know that. And that what it was like signing her first professional contract at 14, and
Gosh.
So many things, in that she loved math and history growing up. Those were her favorite things, her favorite subjects. And also, I didn't realize this, she said she didn't speak English until she was about 17 years old.
Really? That's surprising.
Yeah, because I think we all have in our head as Americans, if you go to like the Netherlands, everyone pretty much speaks English. But she grew up in a very small town where most people, they just speak Dutch. So she really didn't have a reason she necessarily had to speak English. And what she said, when she went to Byron, she really had to learn English and German because she was in Germany. And that her first month living with her roommate, she didn't speak to them for a month. And that when her mom came to visit, she was telling her roommate, she goes, yeah, don't worry, Viv's a little shy to speak English because she was learning at that time. But she said her mom's English is perfect. But she learned English and German within 7 months.
Yeah, those Europeans are really good at learning languages. Really good,
yeah. And then what she talked about, how she almost retired from football after she went to the World Cup in 2015. She just spoke about a lot of things. So if anyone is a Viv, and she talked about having panic attacks, she actually said in the interview how, yeah, she had long COVID. I know we talked about that in the past, but she actually said it in the video that she had a form of long COVID. But if you were a Viv fan, check out that interview, because I thought it was going to be more about Beth, but it really wasn't that much about Beth. But it was very, very, very interesting if you were a Viv fan. And she said that Viv also has a Finsta. I assume most people who are famous have a Finsta, but she says, I have a Finsta. She didn't call it a Finsta, but she basically said she had an Instagram that was like a private one. I always assume every celebrity has a Finsta, so.
Yeah, probably.
But very cool interview. But that is what is going on with Viv and Beth. They are having a great time. During this interview, she actually talked about how much pressure she had going to the World Cups in the past. And so maybe in a way, Viv's okay with not going to the World Cup this year, because she had so much pressure on her in the past. She's better at managing that by being able to really hone in on prioritizing what's important, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm sure they're bummed. Beth had videos recently about her kicking the ball into the net. Did you see that video of her kicking the ball into the net? But she, they're not going to the World Cup, but I'm sure that, they look at the positives as well, not just the negatives. Beth should be ready to go for the Arsenal season, and Viv a little bit after her. But that is what is going on with Viv and Beth.
Yeah, that was a doozy.
Yeah, we have been talking for 40 minutes. I want to see how much I cut this video down.
You are sweating, girl.
And I am sweating.
Woo.
What does everyone think? What was your favorite Beth and Viv moment over the last couple months? I think where Viv said, okay, you're annoying me now.
Yeah, that was definitely my favorite.
Is my favorite. Love them. It's almost been 1 year since they made it public at the Euros that they were a couple. I mean,
Can't believe it.
They broke the internet and we still haven't recovered. That day they came out as a couple, like no one believed it. I remember asking people around, is Viv and Beth like a thing? And no one thought at that time they actually were, because it came so much out of left field. You know what I mean?
Yeah, completely.
Even though like we did a video on it, even though it shouldn't have, it still did. What does everyone think? Questions, comments down below. And World Cup in 4 days? 3 days? 5 days?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna hopefully get this Beth and Viv video out Monday or Tuesday, and I want one more video to come out before the World Cup, and then World Cup time, we're ready. We've seen so much content coming out from every team, and it's been wild to see. So that coming out soon. Questions, comments down below. We'll talk to everyone later. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.